Scott, how big does the basket look on a night like this when everything's going in for you guys?
Real big. I mean, I'm surrounded by a bunch of shooters on my team, man. When you're the worst shooter on your team and you're hitting shots like that, I mean, you feel good. The basket looks like an ocean, like they said.
Do you remember a game like this? I mean, sometimes the team will have a half like that, but have two halves put together like that.
No.
You might have got it even hotter in the second half.
I haven't remembered a game like this in a while, but we came to play tonight, and we just practiced hard all week, and then we just showed it tonight.
Trinity, nice getting in there, getting into the flow.
Yeah, it felt good.
What was it like on your 4-point play there? Is that kind of an example of how the night was going for you guys?
I mean, guys were just finding each other, and he ran at me, and I might have acted a little bit, but that was a good acting job.
Even the acting was working too.
Yeah.
Sean, these guys were, Manhattan was coming off, you know, the last couple of games have been playing pretty well, and it was like, you guys made them look like they didn't even show up tonight.
It always starts in practice. Every time we working hard in practice, intensity brought it from practice to the game, so the end result came out good for us.
Scott, how conscious are you now of you got to put up wins here for postseason consideration and also getting like number 2 seed?
I mean, that's what we've been trying to get the whole time. Fairfield is not losing, so I mean, we got to come in trying to get the second spot now. But I mean, we trying to get into the playoffs and not play a team that's not had already played on the first night. We want to play a team that has played the first night, and so we could catch them after they play a game already, and then we'll be sitting out, and then we play our first game after they played their first game. So, I mean, we're just trying to get our wins now. That's about it.
Would you say you guys are on your best roll of the year, or just a good roll right now?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when we played Albany. So, I mean, once we get in a roll like this, it just keeps building.
Scott, how do you feel about the defensive side of the game, too? You had a big offensive game today.
I mean, as far as the defense, Coach gets on us all the time. As you heard him earlier, he was like he wanted us to get 3 stops, and we finally got it. We didn't get it throughout the whole game, but we ended up getting it at near the 8 mark. So we ended up getting the 3 stops that he wanted. So, I mean, defense leads to our easy baskets.
Was there ever a time out there that you kind of saw like their will was gone, that they were just shot?
They kept playing the whole game. Came out pressing. Last seconds of the game, they still trying to press, get the ball. Game was over, but they put up a good fight the whole time, and we just clicking. So
not much you
it's a
can
good
do
job by them.
like this, huh?
No, not much.
What do you know about your opponent on Saturday, Riverdale?
That's our next assignment, so
yeah.
we're going to learn a lot tonight.
I mean, we know that they're good. They wouldn't be in this game if they were. So we got to play them as one of the teams in our conference, one of the good teams in our conference.
Trying to keep the streak going.
One game at a time, so that's next up.
We good to go?
Yeah.
You're good.
So, Tim, what do you say at halftime? Just keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. No let up in the second half. We had a 19-point lead at Marist, and it got down to 2. So you remind guys of that and keeping their focus, really.
Coach, you were talking to Scott Machado when he came out of the game. Any particular comment?
At the very end, or?
Yeah, when he came out of the game, about 7-8 minutes ago.
Some play that he had made. The pass that he had made. I thought he was trying to pass to Jan. He claims it was just a deflection. So I deferred to him on that one because he played such a good game. And I just told him, listen, just relax. We're up a lot. Let's not start doing anything fancy. Let's just keep it simple. That's all.
Trinity, okay.
When you look at the team, how you played today, I mean, does the possibilities going forward just kind of trickle in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, Scott's capable of shooting the ball better than he has during the year. Tonight was a great shooting night, and I'm not expecting 6 for 8, but he is capable of doing more than what he has. He's been working on his shot a lot all year long, and when he's putting shots in, we have a lot of weapons. And that's what I thought was so good, is we really, really shared the ball and got the open looks, and that's what our team's about, is sharing the ball.
When Trinity, gets playing time when he can, but he certainly made the most of it.
He did, and I was really happy for him. He's been really, really working hard in practice, and even a couple of games before these last two, and I didn't get him in much. It wasn't because he didn't deserve the time, just that I felt with the way the game was going that the guys we had out there were the right fit at that moment, and making that sub might have just hurt us because of the rhythm we had going on. And I told him that. I just told him to stay ready, and what power to him that he did.
Coach, you get concerned about a big offensive game when you may need to be thinking really defense as you get towards.
Our defense was pretty good today. They scored 65 points, and if you look at it, because of the number of shots that were going up and that we score and the pace we play at, there's more shot attempts. So we did a breakdown of this last year's team to this year's team. It's literally a 1.3-point basket difference if you look at all the shot attempts taken this year compared to last. So because the numbers are a little bit higher, doesn't mean our defense isn't as good, and I think the guys are working really hard. And with what we have size-wise, I think we're getting better, and that's the whole key.
What do you think about going into your game Saturday with Liberty?
It's going to be a very tough game. You're going to be on the road. We've got a really long trip down there. It's not the best of circumstances, but I look at it as a challenge, and for our guys to face a team that we're not going to know much about and they're not going to know much about except for film. And you only get so much off of film, so I'm looking at it as trying to make it a statement game, go down and play a really good team, and hopefully continue to play well, and just use it as a springboard for our last two league games in the playoffs.
Tonight with Pelcher, extended time, maybe his best production of the year and stuff. Are you looking for him to be kind of a key for you guys?
I think if he can give us something, we're that much better. It doesn't limit us to just having to play small if Alejo or Mike get in foul trouble or need a rest. And I think Chris brought it the last 8 minutes of the Maris game when he got in, and I haven't seen that kid in a while, and I'm really happy that he was able to do it back-to-back.
Good. Coach, how important is it for you these two games against Fairfield and St. Peter's coming up?
Every game's important. We treat all the games the same, and your next game is your biggest game of the year. And I think that's just we want to keep getting better, and we want to go against two of the top teams, which we will, which will get us ready for the playoffs. I think playing that kind of caliber over the next 3 games, we're going to be playing like in playoff games because we're going to play them that way, and the other teams are going to play them that way. And I think it's going to help our team. It's going to help us as coaches, and I think it will make us better for that stretch.
Do you have anything special in preparation for the tournament?
Not at this point, no, because we don't have any idea where we're going to finish or who we're going to play yet. And I actually think going away this weekend might be good for us, just because we're going to be away when the tournament comes, and just trying to get off focus when you stay in a hotel room and you're out of your own environment. And we've been okay with that, but not as good as I'd like, so maybe we can use this one and hopefully build on it.
Top to bottom, best performance of the year?
Yeah, it would have to be. It would have to be. But you know what? This is what I've seen in practice at times, and as a coach, you're waiting for it to click, and you're waiting for it to click like, all right, let's play the same way in a game that we do in practice at times, and really let people see what we can be like when we have all the cylinders going. And you maybe get 4 or 5 games a year as a team where you really click. We still feel like we have a few in the bank.
All right, thanks.